Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's time we get into the bulk of our bis and tris work. So if you guys remember from last week, we're going to start off with 4 sets of 10, just standard curls. Okay, and then we're going to do 4 sets of 10 overhead tricep extensions. Okay, and I'll show you guys those in a moment. Now again, if you got to get creative, you know it's time to shout out my man, The Rock. Feel free. Get yourself your own rock so you guys can shout him out in every video. This guy's a great tool. I could be doing my curls with this, and let's say, you're like, oh, but it's really hard to find two rocks of the exact same weight. You know what? You're totally right, but it's okay if they're different weight because, again, just make sure we're doing 4 sets. So switch every set, and then that way you'll have a really nice balanced workout, as well as actually working a lot of your core stabilizer muscles, because as long as you're squeezing your abs, squeezing your core through this, your body will be able to compensate for the difference in weight on both sides. So make sure you take advantage of that. Another thing that's really simple to do, especially for all you guys out there in school, you can just take a backpack, throw a couple books in there, and then use the handle of the bag as what would be your handle for the weight. I was going to show that, but I feel like you guys can figure that out. Just do what seems about appropriate. So again, for you younger guys, those level 4s, I would recommend doing between 7 to 10 pounds, 4 sets of 8 or 10. For you optional gymnasts, feel free to hop right in with me, trying to go for those 4 sets of 10 with 25s. And again, find that number that works for you. If you're like, you know what, I love hitting the heavier weight, but I just can't make that 10th rep, try 4 sets of 8. If you can't get to that 8th rep, I'd recommend dropping down the weight a little bit and see if you could do 4 sets of 8 with a little bit lower weight, okay? Again, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Let me know where you're at. If you're like, hey, I need a modification for this, or I can't find the right weight that's working for me, I'd be happy to answer some of those questions for you guys. I grabbed out one of my, GVM lights here. It's a RGB light, and I have it in bicolor mode, or excuse me, I think that's right. Yeah, RGB light that I have in bicolor mode. I have it all the way up to its bluish setting. You kind of see I'm still getting a little red in my face on this side. On this side, we have some nice windows over here letting in some natural light. So GVM, I really like the RGB color spectrum, but I am noticing it's not getting quite as blue as I would like to see it. So that's okay. Anyways, any filmmakers out there, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you use for lighting. Overall, I'm really liking these lights so far, and I think it's doing a good job, just giving me a little bit of fill so I wasn't so dark on this side. But anyways, enough talk. Let's get into it. And overhead tricep extensions. So a couple things I was noticing as I was going through those is first, I can tell my biceps are nice and fried from yesterday's workout, so that's awesome. But I was also noticing that I still get a little bit of that pinch right here in the back of the elbows. For those folks who might be experiencing that as well, feel free to drop your numbers down, drop your weight down, do what feels right for your body. I know sometimes it really helps to drop the weight down, but then increase the numbers, but then that repetitive stress might aggravate that as well. So find that balance. See if you can maybe try dropping the numbers up in the weight, vice versa, dropping the weight up in the numbers, or drop both and really focus on your technique, because chances are if you're having pain there, you might be using a little bit of improper technique. I know I can work a little bit harder on fully extending my arms, but again, I'm working under the range that feels good for my body. So especially all you gymnasts at home, make sure you guys are using the fullest range possible. And then again, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Let me know how it's feeling for you and your bodies. Now again, we're doing supersets, so we're going right from one into the other exercise. Bis and tris are great. We can get a ton done in a short period of time. So I'm gonna get right into that second set. Look at that, 2 sets done already. I love it. We're getting a ton done in a short period of time. Now, Isaac, something popped in my head. Oh, you know what, guys? One of our classic songs popped on. I'll have to look up the name. But Julian, Isaac, Nathaniel, you guys know what it is. That really fun hip hop song. Hit me up in those comments. Let me know if you can remember. And actually, that took me all the way back. I want to shout out Aiden, Gordon, Nathaniel, Isaac, Joseph, Julian, and all those guys that have been with me in the past. It's been great working with you guys. I've loved seeing you guys tuning in. That's awesome. I'm really glad this is bringing us together, whether you're still on team or whether you've moved on to other things. Okay. Well, enough. Well, that's kind of a short rest. I'll give myself about 15 more seconds, and I'll get into it. I'm going to start heading over there and getting ready for our third set. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments. All right, third set done. We got one more to go. In case I missed him, shout out to Nathan. I haven't seen you since you left the program, man. I'd love for you to stop on in. Sorry about that white balance. It's getting a little bit weird. I can definitely start seeing where my light is still not quite blue enough to match the light of the day. You can still see a little bit more red on this side. Hopefully I can correct that when I'm shooting in post, but that's another discussion. So how are you guys all doing today? It's a really gray Friday out there. Let me know what you're doing to stay motivated. Walter, your siblings keeping you going? Seemed like it was a little wild time in that house yesterday. How about you, Big O? You getting your little brother involved? Benny, let me know how you're doing. And correct me if I'm wrong, Max? Benny, is that your older brother's name? Max, I would love to see you tuning in, hopping on these workouts as well. Dexter, I love that you're getting your little brother involved. Whew. All right, I think that's enough talk. Let's get to this last set, y'all. We got this. Man, it's hard to believe we got through those 4 sets so fast. Excellent job, everyone. I'm going to get a little creative on this next one because those guys that tuned in last week know that next I'm going to be doing my incline curls. And then I'm going to mix it up. Instead of doing dips next, I'm going to do my tricep kickbacks. I really love those. I'm going to save my favorite for the end. Okay, that being the dips. So tune in on the next video. Let's see how creative I can get in making a little at-home station for the incline curls. See you guys in the next video.